We are now going to cut out part of the background so we can put text behind the subject's head. And we could also cut the whole person out, but I'm just going to focus on that. So here we go. What we want to do is we want to take a look at the tool, background eraser tool. And again, if I drag over here and click on it, you'll see right here. And the little triangle in the bottom right corner of the tools means there's more tools hidden underneath that tool. What I want to do now is I want to set it up. So up here at the top here, size, we're going to do, I don't know, we'll do like right in the middle, and we can adjust that later if we want. Hardness, we'll do that right in the middle as well. Spacing, we'll just kind of leave that. And then we're going to select right here, we want to select the eyedropper for sampling once. And we're going to sample the color we want to leave in the foreground, which will be, in this case, the hat or skin tone. We want to have discontiguous color or material, and tolerance. Oh, we're going to go down to say like 30%, and protect foreground. These are crucial to start. What I'll do is I will zoom in because we're going to work predominantly just, we're trying to cut out this section right here around the material, and we might go over to the guitar head, but let's focus on the hat. So what we do is we have, let's go back to our tool, and we are now on the background eraser tool again, and we are going to use the left bracket tool, which is right next to the letter P, to make this smaller. And right here you can see I want to select this, so I'm going to click on the foreground color right here, the white square. I'm going to double click it, and I'm going to sample the hat. That's the color I want to sample. And now this is all set and ready to go. We're going to, let's make the bracket make it a little bit bigger next to the letter P. I'm going to click here and drag around the hat, and it cut all that out. Now I can see a little bit of a white halo, so I'm going to undo, and undo doesn't do it, so I'm going to go back to step backwards, and we'll step backwards again. What that means is that the tolerance, we have to go back and forth. Now I'm just going to be extreme. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to do it again. Woo! And you can see where it's a little bit crazy. That's too far. But what you'll notice is that there's no white halo, but I went way too far to 78. So 30 was not enough, so I'll go up to say like, let's try 35. And I'll look, okay, still have the white halo there. I don't want that. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to go now to 40. And you just do increments. Okay, still there. Let's jump to 50. You know, I had recommended 50. Let's see how well that works. That's pretty good. But we're starting to see some white breakdown inside the hat as well. I'm going to go to Edit, step backwards, and you have the keyboard shortcut up here as well. You can do that, and step backwards one more time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this, go around here like so, and we can see we lost a little bit of hair there. The hat's looking pretty good. But I'm going to undo this again, and I'm going to back off just a smidge more, and I'm going to go like this, and we have a little bit of white halo, but I want to try not to lose the hair in there, so that's pretty good. I think that's all I need to do. What I'm going to do at this point is once getting stuff cut out of the background is really hard when you have a border, but that's the hardest part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to erase the rest of the background I need up here. And the idea is the red is showing through on this layer. That's what the red is. It's basically, I've just erased this layer. There's nothing there now. I have the red layer here to remind me so I can see the difference between what I'm cutting out and whatnot. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to grab the regular eraser tool, and I'm just going to erase more space because I'm going to have text, and I want to have the text kind of float behind the words. I'm saying the head be in front of the text that I'm going to have. And I could do a couple different things. I can also go like this, create a shape, and hit delete. You can use some other tools for selecting areas and then just deleting things. I'll go like this, there. again, I don't need to go down too far, but I will go maybe a little bit closer to the guitar head here, headstock. There. Now, if I turn this off, you can see I've cut this part of the layer out. Now we're going to add a text layer. And I go over here, click on the letter T, and I type the word I want. I can grab the move tool up here, and I can move this text down. And I'm working on this layer right here. I'm now going to move this layer down behind the top layer. Now watch what happens. It's behind him. Now it's this color because that's the color of the hat. If I want to change this color while I'm selected on the text layer, I can change it to whatever color I want. And in this case, maybe I want to have it be bright red. Okay. Oh, I have to make sure the text is selected. So I go like this, and right here is the color. I can drag this up to here. I could also go down here and click, but I'll click like that, and now the text is red. Oh, it's what? It's supposed to be red. Right. You know what? Sometimes this happens. So let's go back to the text tool, and we'll select this. Let's click here. There we go. I must have clicked something. And I'll use the move tool, and I can move this around, but the idea is I want to have the name back here, and whatever font I'm choosing, I can put it, but this is it. Now, if I were to turn on this background, we have the illusion that the text is, floating, behind him. But we can see here how it works. So as I look down through the layers, we have the top layer, then we have the text. We hide this because we don't need it anymore. And then we have the background. And we always have a copy just in case something goes wrong. And while I'm selected on the text here, I could put the name wherever. And in this case, what I would probably want to do is make it a little more intense, like the name bigger or something like that. And while I have it here, I can click on this text here, this number, and select all that, and then go here, and I can make it bigger or whatnot. I just have to be on here, grab the move tool, and I could do something like that. Okay, and I'll double click there. We can see that looks pretty good. I'm going to zoom out. Whoa, too far. And I would want a different font because that's kind of boring, but you get the idea. And that's it. That's how we create the posters that make the person look like they're jumping off the page.